I think it's very easy to fall into a trap looking at public space in Mumbai and regard it through a Western lens. Um, it seems so chaotic and fluid and transient, and therefore maybe incomparable to what we know in the West, and the clear distinction between what's private space and a personal space. In reality, I think the differences are much more subtle. I think Mumbai really should be regarded from two angles: the formal city and the informal city, slum, non-slum. Yeah, one site that really illustrates this point is around Mahim. Mahim is right on the border between South and North Mumbai, between Old and New Mumbai. Um, and it's a place that is where the different worlds come together in a way that you can see the traditional urban space where some clarity of public versus private can be seen. And the slums really meet each other in a very sort of high contrast way. Um, there, the slums really are so extreme, especially the ones, for instance, in the east of Bandra, that it feels like we can only understand them as micro metropolises, as really a microcosmos of social and spatial conditions. Maybe it's my Dutch roots or my sort of experience in a communist country, but I have a very, very low threshold for personal space, almost to the point I think I feel more uh, private in a very public and dense and chaotic context, because that's when you're sort of most anonymous. Um, I feel that is also a sort of point of hope for a city like Mumbai, where if we only are able to create small patches where people amidst the crowds can experience that moment of privacy, things would improve a lot. I think a great public space facilitates human interaction without sort of artificially enforcing it. And I think a great public space nowadays, under these extremely dense conditions, has to be very, very multifunctional. I think personal and public space in Mumbai is undergoing a real change, and true. I see two clear parallel tracks developing. One of sort of top-down, large-scale projects that really fall into the category of gatification, or even more so, commercialization of public space, such as the Mills area here in the center, which is a site of derelict factories that has huge potential to become a very vibrant new development, but in reality is treated as kind of run-of-the-mill, no pun intended, commercial top-down development project. And but luckily, parallel to that, there's also another trend of really many small-scale, sort of micro-level or community-level incentives that work on sustainability, on public space for slums, that work on creating jobs in places where there's very little opportunity. So what I would suggest is that we should try and aim to kind of bridge these two trends, because they could really reinforce each other and actually enrich each other to the point that they both become more valid.